I thought the movie was awesome, and it had a great message. Nowadays I don't think we have enough films that give enough meaning behind, Christ and God-loving stories, and I'm real proud of it, and I hope that they continue to make films like this that give a good message to all of us.
If any one part of it stood out to you, what would that be?
Wow. I think there were so many different parts that actually stood out in this movie, but actually sitting next to my wife while she cried towards the end of the movie, that stood out quite a bit. I think the whole entire message was really great. It really was.
It was a phenomenal movie. I have known Tyrone for about 10 years. I've watched each of his films, and this by far speaks of the real person that he is. I mean, I could cry right now with just pure joy for what his film has brought to the public and the message that he put out there. I'm just very proud of him.
The message. What would you say they captured today in their message?
Just how much the importance of love in all of our lives, love for one another, love for the Lord, and how if we have that love in our hearts, we can help but have nothing but joy and happiness. And all of us fall short of that at some point in our lives, but we can also find that love if we just give ourselves to the Lord.
In just a few words, how would you describe the movie, or what would you say if someone was saying to you, I wonder if I should go see that?
I would definitely say yes, go see it, especially if they're searching for something or longing for something and they're looking in all the wrong places. This is definitely a movie that could put them on the right track.
It was absolutely amazing. The witness in the studio, you could hear a pin drop when the forgiveness scene, that was probably one of the most powerful scenes in the movie, and I think that's a lot of people have challenges with forgiveness or resentment and bitterness, and that stops them from moving ahead. And this was such a powerful witnessing tool. I think every church, every theater across America should get this movie, invite the whole cast and crew to have this film in their theater or wherever, at schools, you name it. Kids need to see this film too.
Do you think there's a new demand out there for positive movies like Lavanderia?
Yes, there's not only a need for it. I think it's what Hollywood is missing, and Stephanie and Ty, I think they did a wonderful job, and the whole cast and crew. And I think this movie is going to go a lot further than we think it is.
If you can describe it in just a few words, what words come to mind?
Real. I think this is real. I think the issues that the kids and the young adults and the teenagers, I lost my mom when I was 9 months old. My mom died, and I think that stuff that we hold on to, we don't know why we're holding on to it. I think this is probably a real depiction of what really goes on between the drugs and the alcohol and everything else, and I think this is something that kids need to get out. People in general, everywhere, need to get out, and the forgiveness part is the most important part.
Yeah, it was very well done. A powerful message, very strong message that came through throughout, and especially at the end. It was really enjoyable.
In a few words, how would you describe it to somebody that might be considering seeing it?
I would say set aside any preconceptions you might have about the movie or religion or anything like that, and just go into with an open mind and watch the movie, and you'll really enjoy it, no matter what your religious leanings are.
Do you think this is something family appropriate? Is it really a strong, positive message in this movie?
As a parent, no, I definitely think so. It deals with some very adult topics and some very tough topics, but the way it's shot and the way it's shown, a lot of it is camera angles and off camera, so you're not actually seeing a lot of the really negative stuff, but you get the idea, and I think it's a good message for the kids to see.
Do you feel like this is a positive message that you would recommend to folks?
I absolutely do. I think just the fact that you can see how a certain type of message or anything affects a bunch of people, I think it's a really good thing. Anyone should see it.
If there's a few words you'd use when you're trying to describe it to your friends, what words would those be?
I think it's a fun movie to watch, even though it has such a powerful message and entertaining and emotional.
So you just saw the world premiere of Lavanderia. What'd you think?
I thought it was extremely powerful, and it had a great message to it, and it had great acting. I thought it was amazing.
If you were trying to pick something for you and your friends to see over the weekend, would you recommend this film?
Yes, definitely, because most of my friends, they're kind of going down the wrong path, so I think this would be a great movie for them to see.
Your age and your demographic, do you think that they face a lot of the challenges that you saw in this film?
You know, I think not yet, but some of my friends, like I said, on the path they're going right now, maybe. I hope not, but I think I do see some of them going down that path. I think if they saw this movie, then it could change, what their mind is thinking.
Faith-based film, does that turn you off when someone calls a movie that?
No, I think it stands with the movie because it's all about faith and love and just believing in Jesus Christ, and I think it was a great movie.